Okay, so dear Dharma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body. Keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring your attention to this bell sound. And while you're focusing to the sound mentally, you can relax your body, relax your mind and relax your breathing with your thoughts. Do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the blessed one, the exalted one, the fully enlightened one. So, dear Dharma practitioners, in these ongoing meditation sessions, we mainly trying to share some information related to tranquility meditation and insight meditation. Another way, Chitta Bhavana and Panya Bhavana. So tranquility meditation is the method to develop the stillness within your body, mind, and breathing. And the Panya Bhavana means after you develop that stillness, on the top of that stillness, whatever the experience come to you, you analyze deeply, thoroughly, and recognize the very nature of that experience. So this is completely the mind-body mission. So you need this both. So in the very first level, you have to get the help out of the body. So that's why you need the very comfortable posture. Another thing is the primary mental object, that is sensation. Because recognize sensation is very easy for us, why our mind has a behavior to follow the sensation. So then yourself, in the beginning, make sure that your posture and the primary mental object in front of your nose and your upper lip area. Then after that, we go to the mind. So when we use our mind, we have to be very careful. You cannot just bring a thought. You cannot just bring the idea of attention. Mostly we have the idea of attention, not the attention. We have we know the concept of the attention, awareness. But when you become aware, it's anymore not going to become a concept. Once anything become experience, anymore it's not going to have any relationship with the theory. So mostly when we learn, it is a kind of like a theoretical exercise. We learn something through the words. But when you practice, what you experience, nothing to do with the words, what you learn. So it is two different way of recognition. And when it comes to very nature, just imagine you have a mango seed, you have apple seed, you have any kind of fruit seed. That seed has a different nature. So once you put it into the ground, the seed anymore cannot be the seed there to bring the plant. So it need to let go of that, the nature, and allow it to grow itself. So the same thing with your mind also. When you want to experience something, you have to let go what you learn. If you become very limited to what you heard or what you learn and what you know, then that itself become a disturb to your experience. So that is one thing you have to be aware yourself. Another thing is the most important part. So whatever that come to your mind in the very first level as perception, when you recognize, the mostly we recognize with our inner behavior, inner character, with our passion. To recognize that, we use our mental formations, cankers, history, memory. So that whatever the memory that you already have, it is incomplete. Why? Because this is the method. When something becomes a memory, that means it incomplete. If you are able to experience something to the 100%, it anymore not going to become memory, because you complete it. Then there is no any repetition physically or mentally. So then the samsara means, what is that? It is our very behavior, incomplete existence. Another way, that is what called samsara. Incomplete existence, incomplete experience, incomplete life. Why? Because when something comes to us, or when we experience something within ourselves, we mostly compare it. And we mostly use our past experience or the future desires. And then right away what happened? Your experience become incomplete. That incompletion deeply make you wounded person. So most of us mentally wounded. We are mostly deeply in ourselves, we mentally damaged. So out of that wounded mind, whatever you recognize, it's not complete. Then the wound can happen in many ways. You can hurt through many ways. Emotionally, you can get hurt. And psychologically, you can get hurt. And without any reason, just by self-image yourself, you can get hurt. You know, sometimes because of our environment, we can get hurt, like bullying, you know, when other people give a hard time, when other people reject, and sometimes we get hurt out of it. So that wounded mind, another way it called trauma, and take us to win many different lifestyles. And sometimes people get into habits, and sometimes totally get disconnected from the environment or the society, and people become isolated. Why? Because that deeper wound cannot recover themselves. And as a result of that trauma, then what happens? They change their lifestyle. And sometimes deeply, they hold it to the revenge, anger, and they always look for opportunity to get a revenge from somebody. And sometimes totally become very silent. And sometimes people even can find like meditation or many different other spiritual path to escape from that wounded mind. But sometimes you have to remember, if you don't see that and if you don't fix it, then whatever the practice that you go through, the outcome going to become incomplete. So what is the solution for this wounded mind? Awareness, mindfulness. So in this very moment, what you experience, if you're able to bring your mind 100% and see it without any kind of preconditioned mind or idea, and with the total acceptance, and in that very moment, you get out of your wounded history. So through the samsaric journey, you know, we used to come this journey so long. So we used to accumulated a lot of memory in us, and mostly unpleasant memory. And it deeply affect for us. And then in day-to-day life, you have to remember, while you practice meditation yourself, and whatever come to you as experience in the very first level, why it say don't react to it? Because maybe it is the result of your wounded mind. So as example, it like this. When you born, and within few months, you are just a baby lying down on the floor or the bed or the carpet somewhere. And then you got hurt. Maybe because of the toy, or maybe because of the heat or the cold, or something happened, you got hurt. And you have no way to explain it to others. You are in so much pain. And maybe you cry. That is the method that you can explain that what happening to you. There is no any other way. So maybe your parents having something busy, and they know that the child is crying, it is normal. They don't come and pick you. So then what happens? That deeply that you go through so much pressure, and it affect for you, and you get wounded. That pain deeply going to become kind of like a memory in you. So then everything okay. Now you know somebody came and picked you and then hug you and you became so comfortable, good. And then so whole your life became very luxurious life, happy life. This is what happens. So now you then maybe you heard about the meditation and then you want to learn about meditation. Your life is quite good, just averagely you had a good life, and you come for meditation and then you sit, you close your eyes, and now all the perception, you don't react to it, and completely you focus to your own sensation. In the certain level, you find out the comfort with the body settle down. And then maybe the cushion you sit or the chair, you feel so uncomfortable. And you feel so irritated because something, maybe even the cloth that you wearing, that bring that unpleasantness. And then you have no idea what to do. So you resist and you go deeper, you fighting with this. This is chair. Why this chair bring, when I practice meditation, giving me hard time, this cushion, I spend this much time, money, and it doesn't bring me the comfort. So like that you go. But it is not the cushion. It is not the chair. Remember, as a child, when you born, that when you had the experience in that, as a child, you lie down on the floor and nobody pick up you. Nobody came to you. You had so much pain. You were helpless. And your mind just itself, your whole nerve system, immune system start to react and fight with it. And you were helpless, and then you completely overtook by that pain. So it is there. Now when you practice meditation, see, now you feel the cushion or the chair or the cloth or anything bringing you unpleasantness. When you calm down, see from where it comes. That is what, when you see the mind, you can recognize. Maybe you're not going to recognize the event exactly happened, how it happened like that, but you recognize it deeply. This unpleasantness come not because of this present moment of environment. It is just a kind of like the indicator, but deeply the roots is in you. So like that, just imagine how many things happen to us like that in our life. How many times we hurt. How many times we were kind of like unhappy, sad, worried, and there was no way to express it. There was no way to tell it to anyone. Even there's nobody to listen to that. So what happened to that pain? It is there. Not only the pain, the pleasure also the same. So then now you know that when you sometimes practice meditation, maybe just as a child, maybe just 1 month you born, and then you lie down, and then there was so comfortable cushion or the pillow around you, and you felt so comfort. You fall into that deeper satisfaction, and it is there. And now when you practice meditation, you feel so good with this physical body, but that is not the moment of the feeling good. That deeper, the memory that you experience as infant, as a newly born child, and start to pop up. And it is not the same, but this moment get the influence by that experience. So then just imagine all our life, the moment by moment, the things that we experience. Then in day-to-day life, even how you can practice meditation. Once you learn this, that is where the compassion comes. How? Because just imagine, sometimes people act in a very meaningful way. And sometimes people become very harsh, bad. People react in a very ugly way. But sometimes we personalize it. We think it is that person. But who knows? Maybe that reaction come out of that person's history. Something happened to him somewhere. Maybe that's why that person have that kind of lifestyle. So sometimes when you expect from person to behave in a certain way, if the person doesn't behave like that, sometimes you ask, what's wrong with you? You know, what's wrong with you? Why you ask like that way? Because you don't know that person wounded already. That person damaged inside. As a result of that damage, that person behave like that. But just imagine, there is a friend. You met him yesterday. He was okay. And then today he comes to you, and then all the bandage everywhere, you know, and maybe with the stick, you know, and limping legs and, you know, kind of like a handicap, come to you. You don't ask what's wrong with you. You ask what happened to you. Because what's wrong with you is a statement. That means there's something wrong that you already know there's something wrong. But when you ask what happened to you, you open to that person and invite that person and give the first opportunity for that person. Not your mental views put on that person. So when somebody behave in unnatural way, or it may be that if the person behave in a certain unpleasant way, if the person behave in unexpected way, anymore don't ask yourself what's wrong with this person. There's nothing wrong. Look into what happened to that person. Then you will see. Maybe you're not going to see it, but still in your mind, you open space for that person. Because why? In this whole world, all these living beings wounded in a different ways. And while we are in this samsara, while we depending from the emotions and in these comparisons, while we depending on this cause and effect, we're going to get wounded. There's no way we can escape from that. And because we always in between pain and pleasure, the both ways we're going to get wounded. And then out of that wounded mind, whatever you recognize, you think it's going to be complete? No. So then, as a human being, you have opportunity. There is a moment, unwounded, no any damage, very fresh, new moment. That is the present moment of experience. So that brand new, fresh, complete experience, see it, get into that newness in the moment. So what you experience in this very moment, it's going to happen in this very moment, right now, right here. There's no repetition going to happen. And once you see that, you put value on the present moment, and you put value on you. Why? Because you are the one who experiencing this. That is the most beautiful thing in this life, the opportunity to experience it. Not having things, the opportunity to experience this. Maybe you have a lot of things, but when there is no opportunity to experience, it's kind of like, look, if you want to have things, and the one of the best places is the prison. Why? Every day somebody will open the door for you. Every day somebody will close the door for you. And one time there was a person got mad, and because when that person came, the wife didn't open the door, and he came to me, and he complained. So I told, if you want to, if somebody will need to open the door for you, go to the prison. Why? Because every day on time, somebody will open the door. And on time you have the electricity, you don't need to pay any bills. On time you have the food for you. It's everything there. But that doesn't mean you have opportunities. You don't have the opportunity. You don't have the freedom of environment, freedom of experience. You don't have it there. Because the itself, the environment, and bring the present inside your head, even though you have all these facilities, necessary facilities, and your mind going to go slow, that so down. So then imagine yourself. Why? Maybe you have a lot of things, but if you don't experience it, you are also kind of like having in the prison. Everything happening to you, but you have no opportunity to experience it. You have no freedom to experience it. So then, this is the moment. Without any condition, without any limitation, you open your awareness and keep focus. So when I go this Acton area, this Santa Clarita, when I pass that area, this, there are some oil wells, that the machine always work natural. No one around that area. It's work. If you go to this Long Beach area, you see, 24/7. It's always working, and no one around it. So make your awareness like that once you sit. Constantly. Keep going. And in a certain level, develop the same rhythm and get into the flow. Once you get into the flow, that you will see that the machine, that in that oil well, your awareness going to become more sharp and clear, and keep working, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. In the surface level, your awareness is here, but deeply, you go more deeper, 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 deeper. So only thing is bring the will, the effort, strength, awareness. Keep that everything in you and see what the experience you're going to see. So in the very first level, when you see the experience, remember, it is maybe reflection of your memory. So don't caught up there. Keep focus, keep focus. Then you will see you can go beyond it. So with that, we're going to practice a little bit. So keep your back straight and neck head straight in one line and your right palm on your left. So bring attention to your body. Scan head to toes 3 times yourself. And say Swapat Veva, or may I be well and happy. 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me, may all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalations and exhalations. So in the beginning, deeply and gently breathe in, breathe out 3 times, please. And allow your inhalation, exhalations happen itself. Just observe and recognize it as it is. Do nothing extra. Bring my attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also, as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this with clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe, and may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light to your backside, to your left side, and to your right side. Downward and upward. To all six directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy, without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dharma, and the Sangha. And also by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us get out of the disease or the illness and the aging and the death, and finally end of this samsaric journey. May all of us attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavata cha ammehi sampadam punya sampadam Sabbe deva numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya imaya dhammanudhamma patipattiya buddhang pujemi dhammang pujemi sanghang pujemi attaya imaya patipattiya Jati jara vyadhi maranam ha paribunjissami idammi punya kammang asavattaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless.